works either.
Too much standing on something.
Yeah, we'll just give it a little bit. Let a few people chime in here.
And it's so far you can't read anything.
Yeah, I might have to stay up here and make it a little more.
Or just go back and forth.
All right, I've got a couple people starting to chime in here on Instagram. A couple here on Facebook also. We're going to be doing cold bores and coffee this evening, and this is Carlton Yearwood. He's from I guess he originates from New York City.
New York City.
Now he's in the Maryland area. I guess no one can even see me over here. That scale out there.
Make the most noise ever.
It really is.
Yeah, you can't wait out. So we're gonna give you Bluebell ice cream.
Oh yeah, well no, you lived in Houston. So,
Okay.
So he knows all about it. He said it's 12 years since you've had Bluebell ice cream?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
least,
yeah, you're
yeah.
in for a treat. I was telling Mom because my mom works at Bluebell. She's been there over like 30 years.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So we got Carlton Yearwood in. He's come down from Maryland to do an ELR class to do load development with me, and then we're gonna do a bit of advanced wind training. So we're kind of doing a Facebook Live and an Instagram Live here both at the same time, and we're gonna feature his rifle. And this thing is an absolute work of art. Robert Vestal built this thing. It's chambered in 416 Hellfire, and it was built to Carlton's spec. So Carlton, fill in the rest of the details. Tell us about the action, the barrel, how you got it set up, and then I'll get out of the way.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. Yeah, let me start with the action. It's a Bat Model L Octagon action, and it is connected to a Bartline 36-inch barrel with a 1.9 twist. It has a tuner by a Warner tuner on there, along with a T5 Plus muzzle brake.
Yeah, it's a Terminator T5, and those are extremely good muzzle brakes. We've shot that thing today. I feel like we could have shot 300 rounds comfortably today and not once worry about recoil or anything. But this thing is an absolute work of art. It's got a Trigger Tech diamond in it. We've got that thing probably a little too light for comfort.
Yeah,
so it's around
light.
an ounce and a half right now. We'll get it tightened up a little bit tomorrow. And weather permitting, tomorrow, Wednesday for sure, we're going to take this thing out, and we're probably going to shoot it out, well beyond 2 miles, and shoot it to its limit, kind of see where the accuracy falls off.
I'm excited to do that. It's a Terry Dines Fusion chassis, which I thought I wanted to do a stock, and Robert Vestal talked to me about that, and then we landed on a chassis, and then we landed on the Fusion, and it's just, I think, a work of art, but I'm a little prejudiced in that.
No,
it's
beautiful.
It's extremely solid. I did shoot a few shots through it today, and gun doesn't kick, tracks straight back, very pleasant to shoot. Terry's done his homework on this thing. He's got the bridge set up for Charlie Tarak and prisms, whatever you want to run up there. And it's adjustable on height to match your scope height, which a lot of companies aren't doing. Terry seems to be one of the first people to do that. So, if you have a taller set of base or rings or whatever, and you've got a 3.5+ inch sight height, you can raise your bridge up to accommodate that, so you're not partially looking through your Charlie Tarak. So that is an issue on some systems that I've seen.
I thought that was a novel idea on Terry's.
It really is. No one's done that yet, to where it's adjustable. God, you could probably grab a full inch of elevation on that bridge up there. So
yeah, and the adjustable bag rider, I'm really excited about. I think when I sit that between the ears on my my rear bag, it's just going to track perfectly.
Yeah, that's going to make a big difference. So
I put the sled feet on. I replaced those sleds with the more narrow sleds that I'll bring tomorrow when I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And
See the difference.
yeah, see if that makes any difference on the trackability. But like I said, we're gonna get some footage of this thing, and we're gonna be shooting this thing probably out past 4,000 yards on Wednesday. And I'm gonna get a lot of footage of that downrange, and then I'll hook my trigger cam up through the optic. So we're gonna be cloudy. So if any of y'all have been to my facility out there, y'all know how bad the mirage gets because it's so flat. Well, it'll be nice and cloudy, and we should be able to see a really long ways even through his. He's got a Night Force ATACR 7 to 35, and so you'll get some first-person shooter footage through the optic, shooting at those distances, and then camera zoomed in, and on top of that, we'll have a remote camera down by the target. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. So definitely stick around for some of that. If we can get a good signal out there, I'll actually do some Facebook Live doing that.
Yeah.
So I can hook up my phone to the spotting scope, with my adapter, and we can get some of that footage.
If you say it can happen, I will believe you. I've never done anything like that before. It's all.
I'm jealous I can't be there.
I'm looking forward to it.
So we'll probably have to recalibrate my Charlie Terac. Someone at Night Force gave him some, in my opinion, some poor advice on 0 rings. He only has, what did we say, 23.5 mils of elevation?
23.5.
Yeah, so we need to get him a steeper set of rings, or just get a steeper base so we can get all of his internal elevation before we need to add an elevation adder. And then we can dial up 30 to 31, depending on what combo we get. And then we'll put the Charlie on. And I've got 2. I've got one at 31 mils, and I've got one at 120 mils. So, we can kind of skip the games and just go for some really big distance if we feel like the gun's shooting. Which after this thing was shooting unbelievably good. So we actually had the base came loose pretty early today without us knowing it, and then it amplified. We got that fixed, and this gun was shooting zeros on paper. I mean, it was absolutely shooting through the same hole with sub 10 ES every time we shot. So it was right around 3,050 feet a second with 525 lasers, and just crushing. So I guess enough with the rifle, and now we're gonna sample 3 different flavors of Grind Ops coffee. And
This man needs some coffee.
Yeah,
That's what I'm looking forward to.
He's had coffee. So
Right.
He's like, I've seen this.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'm gonna get some.
And how much does it weigh? We just
I got an
weighed
empty
it.
cup. I got an empty cup.
We forgot how much it weighed too, or we didn't say it.
We're not going to.
Oh, okay, we're gonna hold that for
We
later.
decided before the video.
Obviously, I was paying attention. Maybe I need coffee too, I guess.
I tell you, you'll get in the kitchen, but we're already in it. So, let me get this rifle out of the way while we get all the coffee stuff going here.
Yeah, baby.
So
So we
we'll use AeroPress.
Oh, let's get more comfortable.
Yeah, now we can get more comfortable, sit down and relax here while this water boils up. So, tell you what, Carlton, start on the end, open the bag up, tell me what you think of the smell, and we'll go from there. So what flavor is that one?
Grind Ops coffee, medium roast.
Okay.
Notes of cinnamon.
Hopefully everybody can hear us okay too.
Yeah.
I didn't even. We were kind of too far away to read. Can everybody hear us okay? Let's see here. I think
Tell me
hopefully
what you think
both
on the smell.
phones are working okay.
Smells nice, and you can smell the cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a real sweet
I'm not either. So
coffee person.
Carlton's like me. Neither one of us necessarily like flavored coffee, but with Frag Out that I've already shot some video for. Lauren's over here. Yeah, it smells like coffee on it. Frag Out. It has a caramel smell and a hint of caramel flavor. but it definitely doesn't
course,
smell
one phone
or
gets
taste the same.
No, it
And
doesn't.
the other
Yeah.
doesn't.
So this one's called Smooth Operator.
You smell that?
I do. It's more than cinnamon though.
The coffee smell took over for me.
See, and I don't even really smell the coffee flavor.
Oh,
I smell
well, I don't
more
like
of
the cinnamon.
everything else than the coffee on this one. There's something about breakfast. It's almost like waffle. I smell like a waffle or a maple smell, even though it's a cinnamon hint. But it is.
We shall see, because I only smell cinnamon, and you're smelling some other things. But you're much younger than me, which means you have a much better nose.
But I worked in the oil field though. I worked in the oil field though around amine, and that stuff kind of cooks your olfactory sensory nerve. So, and that stuff, oddly enough, if you close your eyes, it smells different than when your eyes are open. So, getting our water up to temperature.
I didn't believe you until I just did
Until
that.
you did it.
You're right.
It does.
That's the thing. Like
I
people
know,
eat
they'll-
in the dark and stuff.
Sure.
That way everything's heightened.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of cool to do.
You probably
And then
look a
after
mess.
coffee-
You probably look a mess after, you know.
I'm
Mixing your
excited
mouth.
about the steaks afterwards.
Yeah. So we're gonna
I don't care about the coffee. Just give me the steaks.
we're gonna do some ribeyes on some applewood here shortly. So
We won't torture
we're gonna have the
everybody.
channel Cold Wars and Coffee, obviously, but make a comment and let me know what you think. If I should start a barbecue and ballistics channel. So
boy.
Barbecue and ballistics.
Giving me more work here.
yeah, barbecue and ballistics.
Okay,
What do y'all
branch
think?
off.
So we could do a branch off of Cold Wars and Coffee and do barbecue and ballistics. So if you think that's a good one, make a comment. Let me know what you think.
As long as I'm the taste tester,
So,
I'm game.
Well, I'm all in if your first barbecue is a brisket.
Oh, he's good
Oh,
at
I've
it
seen
too.
your
I
brisket.
can do briskets pretty good.
I've seen your brisket.
So anything on
Never tasted one.
I will brag on him.
Yeah, I'd go probably against anyone.
Yeah, I will brag on Chase. He's
On
really
brisket.
good.
So sorry about the delay. We're just waiting on this. I probably should have started that a lot earlier. Didn't think about that.
Jeez.
So
Hopefully everybody's bored and watching.
all right, Carlton. I'm going to do half of it on yours.
Oops.
We gotta advertise.
I know, I'm so proud of our little cups that we have
Shameless
made.
advertising. Sorry.
They probably can't even see that far.
All right.
Now, you know from this morning I like my coffee strong.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna make it kind of like espresso almost. So we're gonna do 2 scoops.
And Lauren, how many scoops are you going to have?
I'm gonna take a sip.
Just take a sip, spit it out.
just to.
So, all right, again, we're drinking Smooth Operator, which I talked to Aaron at Grind Ops, and he said that this is their obviously their smoothest flavor that they've got, hence the name Smooth Operator.
In McAllen, that's like right down the road.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean.
Yeah,
it's-
right down the road, 8 hours away in Brownsville, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's Texas, so it's right down the
I
road.
go through there on my way to Mexico. I want to do our little daily Mexico trips to go shopping. Drive to McAllen.
Probably should have just done one bottle at a
No
time.
kidding. It's taken
And the next one go.
forever, but okay.
Notes for the
The
future.
suspense.
Sorry about that.
We're definitely learning as we
I
go.
have some comments over here. Sorry I hadn't been.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Dan, we probably aren't going to be sleeping too terribly good tonight.
But you and I talked about that. I can take
I'm
I can
saying
take a
like-
cup of coffee to bed with me and fall asleep drinking it.
Sure. I mean, Lauren and I we'll take pre-workout, go to the gym, come back, eat, and we go to bed, and
By 9.
we're out by 9 o'clock. So we're definitely going to stay up past our bedtime tonight.
Definitely.
John Davis, you got your new AeroPress. Yeah. So yeah, it definitely brings the flavor out quite a bit more.
Yeah, she's living. coffee maker, I guess, at your house?
See, again, Jason's a coffee snob. I'm not. So I'm a pod. You know,
Do you do the
if
pods?
it comes in a
Chris
pod.
Vanderploot, yeah, Lauren,
That's what they do at work.
she's going to drink coffee or she's going to have to go wait in the car.
Not looking forward to it, but I'll do it. I'll be a trooper.
So,
I hope nobody gets the wrong idea, like when I'm putting my nose up to these coffees, because doesn't mean the coffee's bad by all means. I'm just not a coffee fan.
You drink tea?
Not really.
she's just anti-caffeine. Unless
Yeah,
it's
right.
sweet.
I like those energy drinks, and I don't
Right.
abuse them. I'll just do, like, I'll make one Bang energy drink last me 2 days, because, I mean, it stays cold in the little Yeti cup.
All right, so I threw a double filter on there, so it'll
So,
take a little bit longer, and then sometimes to bring a little bit more flavor out, I'll actually recycle it right back through the grinds again, bring more
so this is half
concentration.
the cup you did for him, or is this a full cup?
half. Well, it'll be about 2/3 for him, and then I'll reuse the same grinds because it for sure did not pull all the flavor out. So just slowly let that fall through, and then once it'll get to a point where it'll stop, and we'll just push it on through with the press.
Definitely getting bougie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not bougie. We just know what we like, and if you can get more flavor of something that tastes good,
Yeah.
that's all you're doing. But it changes the flavor profile completely. French pressing it like this, even versus the one that we had at the shop today. So Carlton's getting antsy over here, wanting his coffee. So let's go ahead and
What does that with air?
it does. That's how tight the filters are on there. All right. Seeing for myself over here.
I just saw that going poop, and it didn't.
You know, a different aroma is coming out of that.
It does. So once it heats up, it completely changes the profile.
Yeah, that is not just cinnamon.
No. So you're probably starting to smell the stuff that I was smelling earlier. Well, keep the grinds in there. All right, Carlton, go ahead. If you want to give everybody a sampling, tell us what you smell.
I'm smelling maple now too.
See, that's what I smelled earlier. I said a little bit of a touch of maple. I wouldn't say pecan exactly.
I'm from New York. We don't know what pecans smell like in New York.
But it definitely
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. We know that very well.
don't even know. Never heard of it. Lauren, let me sit where you're at so we can.
Getting kicked out over here.
Yeah, you're getting kicked out.
Jeez.
That's different, but nice. Nice different.
So Carlton actually
I can
is a
smell
bit of
cinnamon.
a real coffee snob. I'm just a poser. I just like to drink coffee, and then I'll become more snooty as I go.
See, I can get used to this.
And like I said, neither Carlton and I like flavored coffee for the most part.
There's no bite to it. You know, with those 2 big scoops that you put in there,
Yeah.
still no bite. So it is smooth.
Do we start getting ready for another one already?
Sure.
way,
So if you
I mean-
want to, Lauren, if you want to pull that out, throw the grinds in the sink, and put 2 new filters in, then we'll get ready for going dark. So
I know, that way we don't
Now I'm
take too long.
There is definitely some cinnamon and maple in this.
right, so it's definitely a sweet smell. There's no doubt about that. But it reminds me, if I had just got done getting served my breakfast at like Cracker Barrel or something. There's an aroma about it that just reminds me of breakfast, like pancakes or waffles or something like that. And I
Fried
can't-
chicken and waffles.
That's what it is.
Fried chicken and waffles.
That's exactly what it is.
This would be awesome. any of your viewers have ever had fried chicken with waffles.
Okay, so yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. Because you can smell the fried part on, like, after it was brewed, when you put your nose in it, that's when you smell the fried portion.
Yep.
So.
Do I need to start this again? Okay. So the next thing y'all are gonna do, that one.
You know what else I could do
I
this
put
way?
a cube of ice in here to cool it off so I could actually taste it better. So it's so hot right now.
Cool.
It's almost overwhelming.
So the next one is going to be going dark. Hopefully everybody can see.
I think I would drink this with an apple cobbler and some vanilla ice cream.
Right. This would be a good dessert coffee.
Yeah.
Very good
Ice
dessert coffee.
cream.
So we definitely have some homemade vanilla.
Well, do you
So now I actually want to try that
do you have anything?
in conjunction with each other.
There are some coffees that just go awesome with ice cream. I think this is one of them.
You're right. So,
Burnham, Texas.
Carlton's right. I made this stuff extremely concentrated. It has no bite to it. Like some, when you exhale after you breathe it in,
Is it cool enough for me to try it?
nope, it is nuclear hot. So get a cube of ice if you don't mind. But yeah, when you take in your first hit, run it through your palate, it is definitely not too strong at all. But it doesn't have that, some coffees just kind of make you grit your teeth because it's got a little bit of acidic bite on the end of it. This has none of that whatsoever.
Yeah, I would
Okay,
think
that
this
was
is
different.
Yeah, this is a dessert.
So that cube of ice, I pulled the coffee over that cube of ice against my lips, and it completely changed the profile. It made it better somehow. That was very interesting. So it's crazy how the littlest things will completely change how coffee tastes. All right.
I bet you would change it with the water too.
Yes, it no doubt would change with the water. So I'm going to. All right, Lauren, come over here. We got to get Lauren in her famous bitter beer face.
That's right. I remember that now. I remember that.
I gotta not smell it because that's just gonna. It's very strong.
Yeah, we're trying coffee.
It would taste a lot better if you didn't make a space before you sipped it. It really would.
That was so bitter.
Bitter.
There's nothing bitter about that.
To me, it was. Well, it was.
There's nothing bitter.
My nose could smell the whatever y'all were talking about.
All right, Carlton, we got to put your theory to test here.
That's not a fresh one. You get a fresh one? Wow, like we can stick spoons in that one.
So I'm going to do that right there.
Dessert before dinner.
So I'm going to get. Oh yeah.
Anything's good with Bluebell.
They should market this with Bluebell ice cream.
They actually should. Holy smokes, that is amazing.
They should market this with Bluebell ice
So if
cream.
anyone's wondering, most definitely try Bluebell ice cream and Smooth Operator together because they match perfectly. So, all right, let's get this other flavor going here.
Yeah, I feel like this is still clean. I mean, hot, huh? Or do I need to start it again?
No, it's 20 hot still.
You're like not one to let yours go, huh? I'm pretty sure we have more coffee cups too.
Yeah, you can get another coffee cup if
For
you
your
want.
next round.
Going dark.
They're just not
She
cool.
had a cup the other day and it's amazing.
Oh no, these might be easier. You want one for each?
Hold on, so rinse this one.
Either way, okay. I finally have a dishwasher. My first one ever in my whole life. Now, I use that thing now. Now I'm spoiled. What did that one smell like?
Haven't smelled it yet. All right. See, I almost get the fried smell on that one immediately. Like the
You
best
say fried?
Yes, I smell fried almost.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, but I also smell. What is it I'm smelling?
This smells like a traditional coffee.
It does. It has a more traditional smell to it, and it's very pungent in like the best way possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely, you know, you go someplace and you say that somebody's brewing coffee. This
Right.
has a very traditional coffee aroma.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely tell the fried smell. Like
Okay,
fried
can you
bacon.
smell that?
Okay.
Okay. That's what I was giggling at earlier when I spit. You're like, don't say it. And I was like, that's exactly what I
Yeah, I
smell.
wanted to be surprised.
But it's
Yeah,
like the
I could
best way
open up
possible.
Our,
I've never.
our bacon grease jar over there, and I feel like that's what that would smell like.
You have a bacon grease jar?
Big old thing of ball.
I gotta smell it.
These people must know how to cook here. They
We
have
do.
a bacon grease jar. I haven't seen a bacon grease jar since I was a kid.
It's getting pretty full. That's my
It's got a-
second one too,
It's
guys.
got a punchy smell to it. I need to press that through. It's got a punchy smell, so you get that fried smell immediately. But like again, think if you go into a restaurant and you smell something cooking in the fryer, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry right now. Like good onion rings or something like that. That's kind of what it reminds me of. That's not what it smells like, but that's what it reminds me of. All right.
So we just put
Yes, sir. Just fill that up about 3/4 of the way. And that's
Somebody said at least my head wasn't cut off this time in the video.
yeah, I couldn't help that. The editing program wouldn't let me.
That's funny. I really don't know how to work this.
So just let that gravity feed for just a bit. All right. Okay, that's very strange. So after it brewed, it lost some of that really strong punchy. It actually smells better now after it's brewed.
Do you need an ice cube?
Probably so. So it doesn't. That scald when it
Burn
gets
the roof of your mouth?
gets that hot, I think it takes away a little bit. I like my stuff to be about 180 when I drink it, take a little flavor out of it. And it is definitely hovering around 200 right now.
I want my coffee hot. You know,
I wish I liked it because I'm cold right now.
scald.
Warm me up. I'm like, that's how I am with my food. Like, I want it straight out the greaser, fresh off the oven. Like, I want it hot. Like, and Chase can't handle that. So I can handle the hot food, but I can't handle hot liquids. I'm weird.
Okay.
I'm swirling it like, you know.
Yeah,
Like
like
it's
wine,
wine.
wine tasters. Leave that into your mouth.
Now I can smell
Yeah.
the bacon.
Breathe that into your mouth. I'm not kidding. Almost like you're tasting it, but breathing it.
You're so weird.
That's interesting. Now that's good dark coffee right there. You know that's dark coffee. It's got so much more body to it.
Yeah, it does have more body, way more
Yeah.
body.
So, you know,
And it doesn't have that it doesn't have that sweet. This is just coffee.
right. This is just traditional
Yeah.
dark coffee. It doesn't smell like it when you open the bag, but my gosh, that is good right there.
See, now I would want this with some Krispy Kreme donuts.
Oh yeah.
That I don't have now.
Oh, yeah. Warren, you go get us some crispy.
Nail it,
So-
question it.
Some
Yeah,
Krispy Kreme donuts.
This would be a good traditional breakfast coffee.
Yeah.
Especially if you were out on a hunt and it was cold. You're in the cabin at 4:30 in the morning. This would be like the perfect choice for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is good thermos coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Crack that thing open late in the morning.
There's a third one.
Yep. So this third one we're going to try is called Shots Fired. It's hints of bourbon and full flavor of pecan. So I normally, personally, I don't like pecan coffee flavors at all. Like HEB's got one called Texas Pecan. Absolutely can't stand it. It's too sweet. And it's like artificial sweet. You can tell it's just not the real thing. So
Unlike the last one, this is not a dessert coffee, but this is a good morning coffee.
oh yeah. This would be one I could drink all day, every day though too.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the wintertime. This would be a good wintertime throughout the day. So, oh boy, you can definitely. Wow.
I think some whiskey in here.
No. This one's got bourbon. So get another sip. I know you want it.
You can pour the leftovers in here.
That's good.
Smell that.
Ooh, yeah. That's Tennessee mash right there.
That's exactly.
Interesting.
Because I'm gonna finish this one. I don't want to taint.
That one actually doesn't. That's not too bad.
So I'm gonna make a new cup for this third one. This is.
I want to get rid of the other one.
Do you even want to try the dark roast?
I might.
I mean, I'll fire you.
Is it too hot still?
No, it's just right. That's like the perfect temperature for getting all the flavor out of it. And what I like about these grind ops flavors is they don't have that dirty earth smell to them.
No, not at
Like
all.
a lot of them, you get whatever coffee that's been sitting there for who knows how long on the shelf, and they have a dirt smell to them almost, or a mildew or a mold smell. These are unbelievably fresh, and man, that one right there is just. It's interesting. Like, you want to just keep smelling that. That's
So not
for
to
sure.
start a north-south battle, did you say pecan or pecan?
I say pecan.
I call it pecan.
Do you say pecan?
No, I say pecan.
Okay.
I'm sure that that's
When I
what
hear
do.
someone say pecan, I always give them the, okay, you're one of those. But just is what it is. So let's get some of this going.
Still don't know.
I like this.
I do too. That going dark is extremely.
Not.
No.
No. Mm-mm. But I'm curious if I'm gonna like that one because I actually liked the smell of that one, or didn't. I'm not gonna say I liked it, but I didn't dislike it. Let's say that. It didn't make me
I
like.
can't tell if that's like a flower
Cringe.
or a fruit smell on the very back half of those grinds that I'm smelling.
Yeah, there's some.
It's a sweet smell,
Yeah.
but I don't think it smells like pecan as much.
No.
It might taste like it, but it doesn't smell like it per se.
I'm trying to think of what it reminds me of. It's a moonshine that I've had.
And I'm honestly, I'm not a drinker. Like, we don't even really keep alcohol in the house much at all. So, you were saying you went to McAllen and did samplings of their whiskey and bourbon.
No, they're Scotch.
Scott, okay, it's a Scott. See, that's even
Scotch.
stronger yet. So that wouldn't be anything I'd be interested in personally. But this one is, the smell is very intoxicating.
But they said only use Fiji water. Only.
See, and we're gonna have
Lowest
to,
sediment, lowest acidity. And they said, and don't, if you're going to drink their 15, 20, 25-year Scotch with water or ice, make your ice with Fiji water.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's been a lot of research.
They were
on that.
adamant about
I mean,
that too.
where's that other cup? I'll just split the portion here.
It's pretty easy to.
As the temperature goes down on this, it gets better.
I would agree to that.
Yeah.
So, that's why I would ask you then, that 180 degree mark is right where I like my coffee.
So does this mean I have to start taking the temperature of my coffee now? Because I don't know what.
No, I was just curious. I was just kind of curious one time when I was at the bed and breakfast doing some testing, and I noticed same thing. At a certain temperature, it tasted better to me. Well, I took that temperature as 180. I was like, okay, that's. And then when it got below about 150, it kind of started getting bitter.
Sometimes you require when you go to a restaurant that bring your coffee to 180 degrees.
No, if they'll bring it out boiling hot. I'll just add ice until it's just right, and then I can hit that first cup really hard, and then I'll just sip on it from that point.
You have a pocket thermometer? You know, reach in your breast pocket.
Hold on, guys.
All right, so now I'm going to try the shots fired here.
Good thanks.
I don't think I would. I don't care for those two coffees back to back. It's not that one's bad and one's not. I just don't think they were good to drink.
Y'all should have had ice cream again, I guess.
We probably. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to get a tiny bit of ice cream, cleanse my palate with it.
Anyway, yeah.
Cleanse my palate, thermometer.
He's getting bougie.
Hey, you good? Yeah. I'm impressed.
It's no different than eating ginger root with in between different pieces of sushi. That's all you're doing is you're cleaning your palate. So
cleaning and refreshing the palate.
No.
Oh, it made a big difference. Grab a little spoonful out of there. That made a big difference. That made it much more pleasant.
I have a whole new appreciation for you, Jay.
Well,
No,
I can do
We
more.
should try the steaks later.
Just wait till you eat my steaks.
But I'm just like
You're
not
dying
wanting to
here.
hurry this along, but I can't wait.
So now try that. So you might. So if we start doing a coffee.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah,
That made it. Did that not make it 5 times better?
it did.
So yeah, when we drank the shots fired after smooth off, or no, that was going dark. They didn't go good with each other one after another. But you get a tiny little bit of ice cream, and then you try the shots fired, and that made it taste 5 times better.
Ice
It's
cream
much
with
more
your coffee.
enjoyable.
So now I'm kind of like, was it just that we drank it too close to the other one, and that
The
ice cream kind of
it completely.
yeah.
I think that just brought all your taste buds back to life with that ice cream. So, well, I know there's just a few of y'all left watching. I appreciate y'all. Any support that we got at all, really do like it. Carlton, thanks for coming down for the course. Glad we got to try some coffee together. I'm glad you're a fellow coffee snob. And then we're going to go shoot some bombs over the next few days and stretch his rifle well beyond 2 miles. And we're going to get some good footage of that. And I'll put a little highlight video together for Carlton and for y'all to see. So
yeah, looking forward to that.
we're going to go throw some ribeyes on the grill now and get some sweet potatoes frying in the skillet. And thanks for joining. And this was our first live at Cold Boars and Coffee. So
Yes, thank you.
thanks for tuning in, and hope to see y'all again soon.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
How do you stop it?
That is a great question. I'm just going to hit the live button and